Hello, Beck Power here from Power Creative. Today I'm talking about how to ethically brainwash your audience. And this is part one, which is customer research. And it sounds really boring when I say it like that. It sounds way cooler if I say ethically brainwash. But they're the same thing, so let's talk about them. So there are two parts to this. Number one, asking your audience questions. And number two, putting the answers to those questions into your social media content. Now, this works for sales pages. It works for a load of other things. Today, we're just talking about social media content. Usually, when you hear about customer research, it's for like copywriting, for sales pages or websites or different things like that. But it works just as well in social media content. And the cool thing with social media content is you have to produce a lot of it, so you get to use these things over and over and over and over and over again and practice using them. So part one, ask your audience questions, and part two, insert those questions or the answers to those questions in your social media content. And it often helps if you use the same language. I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. So when I poll my audience, they asked me a couple of different things. They said a couple of different things as answers to my questions. Number one, how do I show up more consistently on social media, right? They want to be more consistent. That is a word I now use a lot in my marketing because that is the word that they use when talking about social media. They say, I don't have enough time to post on social media. Time is a really big thing. So I don't have enough time. I'm going to use that phrase. What platforms should I be on? It's, to me that could be a lack of strategy. It could be a lot of things. But if they're wondering what platforms to go on, I will answer those questions. If you just think of making up questions that you think people might ask, you could get that wrong and you could be wasting time. But if you ask your audience the questions that they ask them questions that is going to help them to explain their problem better or help you explain their problem better using, collated answers. If you have 20 or 50 or 100 different answers, you can help them explain their problem even better than they can. And what that means is that they will trust you. So when creating social media content, let's take those examples that I said. Let's take, how do I show up more consistently on social? You could start a piece of content that says, have you ever wondered how to show up more consistently on social? It's that easy. It's just rephrasing it. And I think a lot of times we kind of skip over the simplicity of this, but this is where the magic is. It really is, because it's like you're reading their mind. Let's take the next one. I don't have enough time to post on social. Think you don't have enough time to post on social? Think again. This is not complicated. Again, it's super duper simple, but it works really well because they've already told me that these are the things that they're thinking about. And when you have 100 people that are writing answers to the same few questions that you've sent out in a survey or something like that, you can collate really incredible data. What platforms should I be on? But you could do the same thing. Have you ever wondered what platforms you should be on? Or wondering if you should be on all the platforms or just one platform? I mean, you don't have to use the exact language. I would try to use the language as much as possible. But you get to create tons of different posts, social media posts, videos, live videos, stories, use your case studies. When you're writing the case studies, if you've watched any of my other videos, on testimonials and case studies, I'm trying to get somebody from A to B, from where they are right now to where they want to be. And if you're using the language of where they are right now, in a case study or a testimonial, and using the language of where they want to be, it's just going to be that much more powerful. So not a long video today, but just wanted to remind you to, if you haven't been surveying your audience, get it done. Send them out a survey, ask them questions about what they find really challenging, what their top worries are, what I mean, listen, I wouldn't phrase it like this, but like, what keeps them up at night worrying about their business or their whatever the thing is that or whatever the niche is that you're working in. Ask them these questions that you will be able to then use their answers as data and create way better social media posts that help to read their minds and will help them to move towards buying your product, to start trusting you more, to feel like you understand their problem better than they do, and you can ethically brainwash them into doing all of that. All right, if you need help to create better social media posts, to show up more consistently on social media, if you want to repurpose your content, turn one piece into many pieces, come and see us. My name is Beck Power. The email is beck@powercreative.me, or you can check out our website, powercreativemedia.com, and I will see you in the next video.